You've got Democrats, when they are being asked in these polling surveys about Joe Biden and his job performance, one of the things they point out, nearly 2/3 believe that he's just too old for the job. Now, when you look at then again, people ask that about Donald Trump, the number goes down to like 50%. So again, even though they're of kind of similar age, so it's more about how he appears than the actual number. And I think that's fair, because you're not really judging it based off what number of age 70 is. It's kind of how he moves around, how he conducts himself, how he speaks.
Age, I do believe, for the first time in our history. I mean, it was a little bit with Ronald Reagan the second term, but I think that age as a factor is going to be a big deal this time around. And that's because you're looking at the possibility of Vice President Harris fulfilling the role. There's a lot of talk about whether Joe Biden will actually run or not. And I think the reality to that is that unless something dramatic happens, he is going to be the nominee.
I mean, I think you kind of take age out of the equation, what the actual number is. And it's, do you seem competent? Do you seem aware? Do you seem like you actually have control, that you're running what is a massive government with major decisions that you need to make? So it's a fair question to ask, especially when a majority, 2/3 of Democrats believe he is too old to run.
With 4 indictments against the former president of the United States. 4. New York, Florida, Washington, D.C., Georgia, of course. With 4 indictments pending, if the election were held today, no one could call it. It's even. Now, we haven't seen a state-by-state breakdown yet, and I don't know how that's going to play out. But what has become clear is, I think for Republicans, all of this two-tiered system of justice that we've all been talking about is having a dramatic and real impact on the election.
I think, honestly, listen, he's in a bad spot right now. They've also got themselves stuck with indicting Donald Trump, and now that didn't work to kill Donald Trump. So now they have to realize, now we got to go and convict Donald Trump. That's a lot tougher than...
And I believe they are going to try to do that aggressively.
Yes, I can't imagine they want... I mean, unless it just is impossible procedurally, they're trying to find one of these that they can get through at least before people head to vote.
If this idea of indicting Trump was going to derail him, it has not worked.
Right.
So now it's going to be convicting Trump will derail him. And CNN just came out with it. Just came across my phone. I mean, literally, Jordan, a minute ago. And here's what it said. That former President Trump continues to hold what has been proven to be an unshakable position atop the Republican field of candidates vying to take on Joe Biden next year. Trump is the top choice for his party's nomination at the traditional Labor Day start. And he has his rivals by 30 percentage points. 52% of Republicans and Republican leading voters support him, compared with 18 behind Ron DeSantis. And Trump is broadly seen as the best able to handle a wide range of issues. More than 4 in 10 in the potential primary say they have definitely decided to support for him for the nomination. 43% are definite, 20% firmly behind another candidate, 37% have no choice. You've done a lot of these polls. It's not that far off now. Now you're in 100 days, you're in Iowa.